Okay, Friday, November 21st, 2025. Ken Arzone talking baseball. Career batting average leaders. This video, Don Mueller, 296 career batting average, but it was only 12 years. 1,292 hits and 1,245 games. A hit per game played averaged. But Don Mueller had two good years in his career. 1954, 90 runs scored, 212 hits. He led the league, black ink. 212 hits. 342 batting average that year. It was 153 games. So that was a good year. 1955, he comes back, 185 hits, bats 306. So I'm counting about 4 seasons. 4 seasons out of 12, he bats 300. But he had 8 other seasons below 300, so he ends up 296 career batting average. Not too many other highlights in his 12-year career. But I like the one black ink. You know, if you were a baseball player and you played in the big leagues, what would be your goal? Mine would be to at least one time in my career, I would lead the league in one offensive category. So Don Mueller, you did it. In 1954, you got 212 hits, and you led the league, black ink. But obviously, though, if you want to think about being a great player or consideration for the Baseball Hall of Fame, you need multiple black inks. And if you want to be considered one of the greatest of all time, you have to establish records that can't be broken. You want to hear a record that cannot be broken? Trivia question. Which player has the most black inks? What's a black ink? You lead the league in a certain offensive category. Now, I have a list, and I'm going to do a video on it. In fact, my next video will be black ink. Okay? I made a list of the top, how many did I get? 52. The top 52 players in baseball history that have the most black inks. They have led the league in a certain category, offensive category. Who's number one? Have you heard of the Bambino, Babe Ruth? He's number one. And I went down the list who had the most black inks. My next video will cover this, okay? I'm going to name each player and the number of black inks they have. What an accomplishment. Babe Ruth had 75 black inks. And what are the categories that I'm looking at? Excuse me. Well, I'll get into it in my next video, and I'll explain how I came up with the black inks. There are many different ways to do black ink, gray ink, black mark, all that. There's certain ways to do it, and they have certain categories of figuring it all out. But I narrowed it down to my categories that I picked out where the black inks were. And I'll explain it all in my next video. As far as this video, Don Mueller, 12 years in the league, 1,292 hits, 296 career batting average. Way to go for getting at least one black ink in your baseball career. He led the league in hits, 212 in 1954. How about that? All right, next video. My list of black ink players. I'm out.